presentation of SanJuanCountySports.com.
And welcome to San Juan County Sports. I'm Wally D. It's a special edition as we get ready for the playoffs. And we have the big three with us from the Bloomfield Bobcat football team. Manuel Peanut Chavarria, the quarterback. Welcome to our show today. Peanut, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. And then we got Caleb Hutchins down here on the left side. He's one of the wide receivers. And Caleb, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, Wally.
Good. A little delay there, but that's all right. We'll take it. And then on the top, the running back, Peyton Duncan. Peyton, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing, Wally?
Doing good. Exciting week. We'll talk a little bit about the game, but let's just talk a little bit about the season. And I'll first of all, let's just talk about the team just a little bit. So these are team questions and so forth. So let's start with you, Peyton. How does it feel? I know you were a part of the team last year and going unbeaten and stuff like this, but how does it feel to finish the season 9-1, heading into the playoffs and being the number one seed?
I mean, it feels great. Just being the one seed comes with the responsibility. Just knowing everyone's going to come after you, knowing that you were the best looked at. That's why you're the number one seed. Just gives you a really target on your back, really. So we just gotta accept it and just move with it.
Definitely. And Caleb, how, and every team's different, but how would you compare this year's team to last year's team?
Last year's team was fantastic. I was a part of it. So was Peyton. Peyton was a big contributor to that team, and I think that this year we're just truly connected, and the seniors want it. We want it really bad, and we've been working all summer, and we have a really tight bond, and we're just gonna, we've been working on being more efficient, and I think we've worked really hard, and we've just gotten to a level that nobody can hang with us. So I just think we're the best in Mexico right now.
Definitely. And Peanut, you came in, Peyton and Caleb were starters last year. You were the backup quarterback, now the starting quarterback, which we'll talk a little bit about that, the phenomenal year that you had. But talk about how you guys stay hungry during this bye. You just had a bye week. How do you stay hungry and stay focused on the task that's at hand?
I think we stay hungry because we don't like the bye week. We want to keep playing, But just going at it, being competitive with your teammates, that's how we stay hungry. A little bit of trash talk here and there, but just having fun is how we stay hungry,
Yeah, exactly. And this question could be for Caleb or Peyton, or both of you can answer it. But talk about the mindset of the team. You had one loss this year. You lost to Piedra Vista, big brother, as I call him. And talk about what that loss, how it affected your team.
I think we all took it to heart, that hurt. We wanted to keep the win streak going. We didn't lose at home for 4 years with that loss, but it just taught us a lot, gave us a little bit of adversity that we needed. We learned from it and moved on. Just having short memory is what we learned from it,
Right. And Peyton,
Definitely.
Go ahead.
I think we learned a huge lesson from it, and we learned not to come into games too big-headed, and to stay calm, collective, and more confident than cocky, because those are two different things. And we learned that we got to prep really well and come into every game just focused on what we're gonna do. And I think a lot of little mistakes is what lost us that game, and so we've been trying to work on doing the little things better and doing them really efficiently so that we don't shoot ourselves in the foot.
Yeah, definitely so. And Peyton, you can talk about that too, because you guys were unbeaten the year before, and then that was your first loss in like 10 or 12 games.
Yeah. So I think it was really good for us, actually. No one wants to lose, but we came into that game thinking like, oh, last year we beat them by 30 points, But when we came into that game and then they scored on us, popped us in our mouth, took the ball from us, I think it was really good for us learning experience because, every game's not going to be like that, Bernalillo, they had a great first quarter with us. They were hanging with us, but that's one thing we need to learn is just we need to start better. We're great finishers, just need to start better. So, just it gave us a really good look on that. We're not untouchable, that we're going to work for everything that we're going to get.
Definitely. So, and this question's for each one of you, and we'll start with Peyton and then just go to Caleb and then Peanut. But describe Coach Kovacs in one word and tell us why.
I'd have to say just hard because, everything you're going to do, he's going to be right there with you, just pushing you, just going to be on you every second of the day. Just he knows everything. I don't know how he does it, but he knows everything.
All right. Caleb?
I would probably say heart. I think that Kovacs has a lot of heart. He has a lot of love for the game, and he loves the athletes that love the game, and he pushes us really hard, and he makes sure we do the little things right and do the big things right and just do our job correctly. And he's always on our butt and just making sure that we're going to be the best we're going to be and putting us in the best position. And so I just say a lot of heart because he shows us his heart, he shows us his frustrations, but he also shows us a lot of love.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. All right, and Peanut?
Energetic. When Kovacs walks into the doors, and what time it is by the tone of his voice and his energy. He could and everybody feeds off his energy. Mm-hmm. He gets everything going. But
yeah, and does it make it more special to him because he played at Bloomfield High School?
Yes, sir. I think it does, honestly.
Can you tell that?
Yes, sir. You could tell with all the coaches. Some of them haven't played at Bloomfield, but they're all very competitive and get into the games. On the sidelines, you'll see them running up. You'll see Stovall running up and down the sideline.
Yeah. He's definitely, you talk about energy. That guy has a lot of energy. There's no doubt.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Well, let's start off with you, Peanut, and let's talk a little bit about what you've accomplished this season as coming in at the starting quarterback. You're the leading passer in the state with just a little over 2,600 yards, and you're quite a bit ahead of everybody else. And what's impressive to me with that is that, there's a couple of games, where you guys only had 12, 14 offensive plays because you finished the game early or the coach brought in the backup quarterback. And so, I almost think your numbers would have been bigger. But, what do the numbers mean to you, or do they?
They don't really mean much to me, I'm just more worried about my teammates and if we're improving or not, and if we get the win at the end of the day,
And talk about, what your line and your receivers, what they've been to you, being able to drop back and know that you have time to pass the ball and find your receivers.
Yes, sir. The line, I'm great. Me and Peyton are grateful for them. He gets to run behind him. I get to run behind him sometimes, but being able to sit in the pocket and then watch my receivers do what they do with the skill sets that they have is very special to me. Knowing that I don't really have to do much and they could do their job.
And as you reflect back on the season right now, what has been your favorite play of the whole year, or is there a couple of them, or which one really stands out to you the most?
I had a couple actually. So one of them was the one before half and Moriarty to Caleb, and then the other one was my run against Kirtland, and it was from like the 20-yard line, and I broke like 3 or 4 tackles.
Definitely. And of course, the one that you threw to Caleb just before halftime, that was actually a Hail Mary pass that you just threw up in the end zone, and Caleb went up and got it. And we'll talk to him a little bit later on about that. But talk about, how you prepare each week for defenses. I've talked to quarterbacks in past, and some of them, play games and do this and, the football games, and they read defenses that way, and I know you watch a lot of film. Talk about how you prepare.
So usually on defensive days, which is Mondays, I'll go in there and watch film with Cody and Chad, our OCs, and we'll find defenses' tendencies, the coverages that they like to run, what we're going to run against them, and what we like. And then on my own time, I watch my own film. I'll watch the games before that I've messed up, trying to see, just improving on what I can improve on, you know.
Now, one of the things you've built a chemistry with both Peyton and Caleb. What makes each one of them stand out?
Well, Peyton, he's he's very versatile. He could catch it out the backfield. He could break a long run. He could block. I mean, he could do everything. And then Caleb, he'll go up and get a ball. He has speed. He runs the routes right. He'll block. I mean, they're all around. You can't ask for nothing more.
Right, right. And and really haven't had too many tight games this season. I mean, early on there's been a couple that's been tight, but when it's tight like that, what goes through your mind? Maybe even the Piedra Vista game. I mean, knowing that you guys are down, what's going through your mind at the time when you find yourself down just a little bit?
Yes, sir. PV. If I'm gonna be honest, I was a little flustered. I mean, I'm gonna take that loss on my back because I could have done way better. I could have been a way better leader and had a way better mindset with short memory. But in close games, I've learned to I got to be the calmest on the field and find ways to make plays happen and stuff. You know.
Definitely. Well, now let's go over to Peyton. Peyton, you were a big part of the team last year, and really I got to say, one of the key factors in last year's season. You got the ball a lot, was one of the leading rushers, and you still had a great season this year. There's just you got a lot of great receivers. Everything works, and you're a big integral part of that. And I know that you had 10 touchdowns, average just a little over 11 yards a game this season. That's pretty impressive. But how different does this year feel with a target on your back?
Just I don't know. We've had this feeling for 4 years now, or 3 years now. We've always had the target on our back. It was nothing new. Um, you know, I think the seniors last year really gave us a good look on how to deal with the pressure and how to deal with like all the adversity and everyone talking outside noise. But Kovacs, he does a great job telling us like whatever's in that film room stays in that film room. These last 3 weeks are just going to be football, nothing else, just straight up Bobcat football because that's all we know how to play and that's all that matters right now.
Right, and of course we talked to Peanut about the offensive line. Talk about what it's been like to run behind this offensive line.
Oh, it's been great. Just knowing I could get through there untouched just feels amazing. Just knowing that every possession I get, just know I'm gonna get some yards off of it because my O-line is just amazing. I talk about them, I praise them every week. Just they're the best in the state. Just I love them. Just they're all around just great kids, and then also just they're all just big and strong, and they're gonna come after you. So you better watch out.
Yeah, and it seems like this year there's been a lot more bigger holes for you to run through. I mean, I've seen some that I think you could have fit. We always talk about fitting a bus through it. I think there's been some that's been 2 buses could have went through. But
Yeah.
What's that been like? Because once you get that big hole, it's like no one's going to catch you.
Yeah. Just seeing that just knows like, okay, well, easy parts, or the hard part's done. Easy part, just beat the safety and I'm gone. So they do the hard part for me. So
Yeah, definitely. And one of the things I think I asked you this last time, but do you prefer running through defenders or making them miss?
I like making them miss. I remember saying that. I like making them miss because just making them look silly, just ultimate, just disrespectful.
But that doesn't mean you won't run them over either, right?
Nah. If they want to try, they could try, but
and one of the things too, you play on defense, you start playing defense this year. And, what's your favorite part about playing defense?
definitely just saving a big play. Just Uh, when everyone's looking at you, the stands, your family, your players, just like when a deep ball's thrown and you deflect it, it just feels great because just everyone in the stand cheering and just yeah, like and our fans are just the best because they come to every away game and we got more fans than home teams most times and
Right.
just knowing they're there for you just makes you feel amazing.
And being a running back, do you think you look at things and does it help you anticipate on defense just a little bit?
Yeah, just because those running back like keys, just watching line and how they move. But um, Steve Gutierrez and Coach Lynch, they're great coaches. They prepare the whole defense every week for everything that's going to come. Just run, pass. They're going to be there. They're gonna tell you what they're going to do right off the sideline. So
Right, right. So here's which would you rather do? Score the winning touchdown or make a game-saving stop?
it's definitely a game-saving stop because everyone knows defense wins championships and just like I said before, getting a pass deflection, uh, there's no greater feeling in my eyes.
And of course, I'm going to ask the one tough question, which I really don't think there's any comparison, but Caleb's he's a great receiver. He gets open down the field, but who would win in a foot race between you and Caleb?
Definitely me.
Does Caleb have anything to say about that?
He would probably win, Wally.
Okay. All right,
I'll give him my shot, but he would
you're
win.
probably still one of the fastest receivers in the state, right?
Oh, yes, sir.
Oh, he
Yeah.
definitely one of the fastest receivers, though.
Yeah, and definitely knows how to get open. Let's talk to Caleb. And as we said, he's one of the right wide receivers. Also went to linebacker this season, but had 847 yards receiving, which averages almost 88 yards per game. 21.72 per catch, 39 receptions. Your longest was 75, and you had 11 touchdowns. That's pretty impressive as a receiver because not only that, you have three other receivers that are pretty impressive too.
Exactly. I mean, the three other receivers, Diesel Pretty, Gavin Peacock, and Cable Caruth, I mean, they're dogs. I mean, I'm a good receiver, but without them, I can't run my route correctly. They got to do their job as well. And I mean, there is three receivers, but there's technically five targets that Peanut can hit. He can either hit Peyton out of the backfield or us four receivers. So, I mean, it's truly a blessing when I get the ball in my hands. So,
Yeah, and your season was cut a little bit short last year. You had an injury right at the end of the season, didn't get to play in the playoffs, but talk about what fueled your success this year.
I think that definitely fueled a lot of my success, especially during the off season. It made me want to work a lot harder. Um, Missing the playoffs and missing the state championship last year really left a chip on my shoulder, and it made me have this drive to just compete this year. And I think I've done a great job of making sure my body was right and doing what I'm supposed to do off the field to be able to perform on Friday and Saturday afternoons.
Definitely so. And of course, you got to know that you were a big part of last year, even though you didn't get to play. I mean, you really helped the team get there, but you did again this year too. So that's got to make it feel pretty special. Peanut was talking about the Hail Mary that you caught in the end zone. Talk a little bit about that play that you made on your side.
Oh, definitely. That was an amazing play. I mean, Peanut told me right before that play, he said the ball's coming to you, and defender came to the O line and he had a roll out and he threw it up to Cable Caruth and he told me he was coming to me, so I had to go snatch it out of the air, and that's what I did. I went and jumped up there and I took it out of Cable's hands, and I had to apologize to Cable after the play and tell him I'm sorry for taking his touchdown. But I mean, it was a pretty cool play that Peanut could just throw it up there and believe in one of us three receivers to go get the ball.
Right. Yeah, and I mean, it's you, as you said, you had a defender there, and Cable was there, so it's almost like you had two defenders on you that you had to get the ball away from.
Yeah.
So anyway, so would that be your favorite touchdown of the season, or do you have another one that you really like?
I really like that touchdown. Also, I like the one against Taos. It was a long touchdown. It was a slant and go, and Peanut put it in there perfectly. And there's no better feeling than just running in open field. I mean, it's an amazing feeling here in the crowd, and you're just running open field, and you get to go score a touchdown and celebrate.
Right. Now you're also a linebacker, as we said, you went to linebacker this year. How do you balance being a playmaker on both sides?
I think that just preparation. Coach Lynch does a great job at making sure I know my job. Um, just the other day, I made a mistake during practice. He brought me in and he showed me my mistake, and we fixed it. And the next day, I was able to fix it. So I think just the preparation and trusting in my coaches, and I think that just bringing a clear mind and just knowing that I'm a ball player. So I think just bringing the competition and knowing I'm that guy, I just bring it on both sides of the ball.
And what's the toughest part about switching between offense to defense?
I think the toughest part is defense. You can just really let loose, and you still got to think a little bit, but you just follow your keys, and then you go smack a dude, and you don't got to really think too much about it. You can be more aggressive, and then moving over to offense, I think you just have to stay calm. You have to be in the right frame of mind. You have to get the right play call, run the right route, understand what coverage they're in, and so I think it just takes a lot more brain power to be on offense. But I think just staying calm and cool on offense, and just letting it loose on defense. It's just a perfect mix.
Right. And who would you say is the hardest hitting person on your team?
I'd probably say Cable Cruz. Cable Cruz comes downhill and he smacks people. So I really enjoy the energy because when he does that, it gets me fired up.
And that's pretty, I mean, and he's just a sophomore, so he's
Oh
probably
yeah,
he's probably going to be running over people in a couple of years, I'm sure.
definitely. He's going to be a playmaker in the next 2 years. I mean, he's a playmaker now, but he's coming a long way, and I'm excited after I get out of high school to come to the game and watch him play.
All right, now let's move into the group questions before we wrap it up. And any one of you can answer these, or all of you can, whatever. But what's the message do you have to the Bobcat fans who have supported you all season long as you enter the playoffs?
Come out, support us, be loud, and I want to thank you guys for everything you've done so far this season, and hopefully we have a few more games for y'all.
All right.
I'll just say that we're so grateful for you guys because, just it means something when you're the visiting team with a bigger section than the home team. It just really shows that our community is the best.
Definitely. Who talks?
I want to say
Oh, go ahead, Caleb.
Just want to say thank you to our community and just thank you guys for always showing up and showing out for us. I mean, we truly, truly think it's so amazing that we get to come out there and the whole stands is packed full. And so we just thank you guys and hope you guys get to see us go win another ring.
And Caleb, one of the things too that I think is real special too that you guys talk about family, the team as a family, but you practically have a whole family on your team too. Your dad's a coach, and you got you got a brother that's a coach, and you got another brother that plays right beside you. Talk about what's that like, real quick.
I mean, it's a struggle sometimes. Me and my brother, he's OC. We can get into it sometimes. I think it's just because we're brothers and we can bump heads a little bit, and I think it's more of a blessing though. It's cool to have a family with inside of another family. We're just one big family. There's 100 dudes, and we're just a huge family, and I'm just so thankful to be a part of it.
Yeah, and of course you too. Do you see any favoritism towards Caleb at all? Probably not, I'm sure.
If anything, his brother's more on him than anyone else. So
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know that can be harder. That's where I was getting at. I figured he probably gets it a little bit harder than anybody else, I'm sure.
yeah, definitely with his dad there too.
Um, who does the most trash talking on the field?
Caleb.
Caleb?
Yeah.
I definitely have to say, definitely, I don't know, Peanut has a mouth on him too, but Caleb probably.
Yeah, and Caleb, I think you've got a couple of unsportsmans like early in the season, didn't you?
I believe so. I think that sometimes I say it louder than I'm expecting to say it instead of just saying it in the player's ear. But I mean, it's a part of my game. I think it's part of Peanut's game, and it's just we're doing so well, and we just get into the other team's head by just talking a little smack and just letting them that we're gonna be there all game.
Yeah, and who's most likely on your team, whether it's one of you guys or whatever, to get a penalty in the playoffs for celebration?
I would
All
have to
right.
definitely say Caleb or myself because, it's a different type of feeling in the playoffs to get a touchdown. And then also we're seniors. So, like, I feel like Caleb, when he gets a touchdown, he's just going to be all up in his defender's face, just going crazy. And then me, just if I run over someone or if I catch that ball on someone, of course, I'm going to be talking a little bit of trash.
Well, hopefully no official's going to watch this so they can watch out for you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I would definitely say Diesel Pretty, maybe Peanut. I think the whole offense, we
Yeah.
like to celebrate. It's a fun thing to do. I mean, go score. I mean, it takes 11 people to go score, and so for all of us to go celebrate afterwards, I mean, it's just an amazing feeling.
Yeah, and you guys put up a lot of points, so I mean, it doesn't seem like it gets old.
No,
No, sir.
I think that's what you guys like to do is see how many points you can put up, right?
Yes,
oh,
sir.
that's our
Definitely.
goal every week.
Yeah. Now, one last thing before we go. Finish this sentence, and we'll start with Caleb first. Bloomfield football is.
The best.
All right. Now, Peyton, Bloomfield football is.
3-time state champs in the last 4 years.
All right. And what about you, Peanut? Bloomfield football is.
Number one.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Any last words before we get off here? Anything you want to say hi to mom or dad or anything like that? You get one last shot.
Love you, Mom.
All right.
Love you, Mom, and just thank you, Wally D and San Juan County Sports for having us on.
I just have to say I love my mom and my dad, and just fans come out 1 o'clock Saturday, Bloomfield Stadium. Come watch a beating of the lifetime and be cheering on.
All right. Talk about trash talk. All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us. This is awesome, and we look forward to seeing you on Saturday. Get out and support the Bobcats Saturday, 1 o'clock, the quarterfinals of the New Mexico State Football Championships, and just support your Bobcats, and you'll really enjoy this. Is a great team, and we'll wrap it up. And be sure and join us next week as we'll have more interviews coming up, and of course our coaches' interviews. You've been watching SanJuanCountySports.com, where champions rise.